Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. You ready?
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set 30 base.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Let's go.
Off play action. Costello. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Well, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Switch. X3. 218. Chopper.
Finds the mic. Check.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
To throw on third down. Costello. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Hey. 4 down. My five.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Hey, orbit.
My five. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's see what you got.
Snap.
To throw on second down. Costello. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now second and 6.
Off the play fake, Martinez. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Check it out.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop on the first drive defensively.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
A gain of 1.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. My five.
Hey, seam six. Hey, ready?
From the gun, Costello. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey, exit.
My five.
I'm coming. My five.
5.
On first down, it's Moss, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
91.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side, Moss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Costello. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get it.
Off play action. Costello. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Watch 84. He's going.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Got it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Costello. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's going to field this at the 4. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And a Packer first down.
Let's go now. 54 flag. 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Martinez now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Break.
Mike 12. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Off the play fake. Costello. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Go. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And Diggs has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Out, 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 out.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Delta, hustle, hustle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
We gonna work.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check my 12. Back to go.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Protein spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Hey, here we go. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Get it.
They'll try the left side. It's Moss, and he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's.
Hey, Charlie.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey.
Check the call. Check the call.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Like two, three.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Come on.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw is Martinez. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Martinez throwing on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect. And
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, alert three. Check. Fresno. Shift, watch the shift.
Show him heads here. He's checking. Crash. Let it go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Martinez looking to throw on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Yo. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Martinez to throw on second down. Touchdown, Packers! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check safety. Pick the edge.
Look at me. Go.
Splash. No.
Go.
Back to throw. Costello looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on 2nd down. Martinez making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Martinez. He sets up the screen to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Squeeze, double. Check 37, check
54, Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the twist. Like 22.
Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Costello going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. Moss takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, check.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh.
I got you.
Shoot!
Off play action. Costello escaping the pressure right. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On first down, Costello. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 13. Check 13.
General West.
Second and 5. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Get ready.
From the gun, Costello. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hard.
Alert 3. Slam.
Fight.
Throwing again. Costello. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Ed Oliver busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Costello. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So an interesting call there to take for 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Check. Watch 54. Watch it. Here we go. Wide. Get wide. Shoot. Check. Check 99.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st down, it's Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Martinez. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
To throw is Martinez. Going to throw again. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
22, Mike 22. Here we go. Mike 22 is coming.
Looking to throw. Martinez. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
At the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. That one looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Watch the eye.
Martinez going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Packers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, love, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, love, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems.